We're back from our travels, ground hopping around Germany. We went to watch the UEFA Nations League finals. Fuck me, it was mad. Personal drama, travel chaos, the people we met, the results. Spain 5, France 4. It's got to be the highlight. But no, the actual highlight for me was the Deutschland national anthem. Sat right up there in the bleachers at the Allianz Arena with 65,000 fans banging, bellowing, screaming out the anthem. Oh, I've got goosebumps just thinking about it. Anyway, we're going again. Not to Germany. Well, yeah, we will be going to Germany, but we're going on our travels again. Where are we going to this time? We're going to the Club World Cup. Woo! We are doing it. We're going to the Club World Cup. I am absolutely fucking buzzing. Here's the schedule. I promise to keep this video nice and short just to set the scene. Oh, my voice is going all funny there. That's how excited I am. So we fly out on the 13th, which is Freitag, this Friday, and we're out there for at least two and a half, maybe 3 weeks. This is the schedule that we're going with. As you can see, we fly into and we start the journey. We start the odyssey of the Club World Cup in Cincinnati, Ohio. Never been before, never been to that state, never been to Cincinnati. Looking forward to it. Hoping, fingers crossed, that we'll get to spend some time with Dishy Danny and up the Chelsea Jimbo, Big Jim, Chelsea fan from Always Buying Chelsea. That would be great. Also looking to do some meetups with other Bayern Munich fans, even Auckland FC fans, right? Because you'll have come a long fucking way further than what I will have done from the UK. So that's in Cincinnati. Then we bounce from there up to New Jersey. Again, I have flown into that airport before, but I've never been out. I've never been out and about. Never been to see an NFL game. Oh, and yeah, caveat, by the way, all these games are at NFL American football stadiums, which is brilliant. Some of which I've been to, but I haven't been to any of these. Then we go, like I say, New Jersey to watch Fluminense. But I believe that's how you pronounce it. If it's not, by the way, see that comment section down there? It's got your name written all over it. Feel free to type in phonetically how I should be pronouncing that. In my 43, nearly 44 years on this earth, I've always pronounced it Fluminense. But again, right down there, let me know how I should phonetically be pronouncing it. Anyway, Fluminense versus Dortmund. Again, we've joined a few Discord groups of late. We're hoping to bump into the likes of the Fussball Bros, Tilo and Philly. That'll be wicked to see you guys out there, and any other Dortmund fans. That'll be cool. Then we kind of go down a little bit to Atlanta. I used to work in Atlanta, not downtown, but out in the sticks. In Coming, not in your ear. That's a reference to Charlie FM, Phoenix Nights. Anyway, downtown Atlanta. We're going to do some sightseeing. We are hoping to meet up with Louis, the Mexican ex-professional footballer, currently on the coaching staff at Atlanta FC. We're hoping to meet up with him. We came across him, I sat next to him actually, by complete accident, serendipity. The spirits, channeling the spirits like Clinton Baptiste, the fake psychic. He put me next to Louis. We had a great time. I turned around and there was like 4 VFB Stuttgart fans. One guy, this amazing tattoo on his chest. I've already put that's already in the video actually. That's in the travel vlog. Again, I'll link it in the description down below. Go and feel free to check out our ground hopping mad adventures around Germany. That was cool. Anyway, Louis, Atlanta, hopefully gonna meet up with him. Hopefully he shows me around the actual football stadium, the Fussball Stadium for Atlanta, which is super cool. Then we go down to the coast to Will Smith's Miami. Looking forward to that. I could do with some sun and some sand and maybe some nice drinks. Looking forward to walking up and down the beach though, that is for sure. That's for Bayern Munich playing against Boca Juniors. Again, all these fixtures and all these teams are bucket list items, so I'm absolutely fucking buzzing. Then we head up north to Charlotte. Again, never been to Charlotte before. Looking forward to that. That's Benfica against Bayern Munich. So yeah, if you've not clocked it, by the way, we are following FC Bayern Munich. We're going to every single group game of theirs in the Club World Cup. Once in a lifetime trip this, so cannot wait. And then we finish up in Philadelphia, in the streets of Philadelphia. That was, Gonzo, who was that? Was that the governor? Was that the boss? Was that Bruce Springsteen? If it wasn't, let me know in the comment section down below. It's got your name written all over it. Pretty sure it was Bruce Springsteen. Anyway, we're going to Philadelphia to watch FC Salzburg. We have seen them before, actually, and I will put some photos up on the screen. I did go a little Peter, pint-sized Peter. We went for a Champions League qualifier playoff game. I want to say it was against Zagreb, but it can't have been because they made it into the Champions League. Anyway, I will correct myself for the screen overlay, or probably won't, because time is money. Anyway, I have been to see Salzburg before in the flesh. Never seen Real Madrid in the flesh. I'm looking forward to this one. Again, this is a bucket list item. These tickets, by the way, were all procured via Vivid Tickets. Yes, it's a reseller. But do you know what? The actual customer service experience has been top-notch, yeah. Simple UI, UX navigation. Not a sponsored video, by the way. Not a sponsored video. Yeah, just a really, really authentic, fulfilling, apart from the price, an experience of buying the ticket. So we're all set up. Esther's done, well, which is like the modern day visa. That's in place. All hotels booked. Flights. Super excited. Looking forward to it. Again, if there's anybody out there that is also planning on being at the Club World Cup in any of the cities here upon the screen where we're going to be at, please let us know. And actually, we're looking to round off the trip. Well, we are looking to round off the trip. We're going to Boston to see some American cricket. Yeah, we're off to watch some baseball, off to a ball game. We're off to... Actually, while we're in Miami, we're off to watch the Marlins. And then when we... Who's that game against? I should know that. 2 seconds. That's against the Braves. Yes, that's keeping it contextual with Louis and Atlanta. See what I did there? And they've got a retractable roof, which is pretty damn cool, actually. It should be fucking boiling as well because it's Miami. Welcome to Miami. And then, yeah, we finished off the trip in Boston where we're going to watch the Red Sox and hopefully meeting up with a guy that I've known for 10 years. Get this, right? This deserves a video in its own right. 10 years ago, in Atlanta, incoming, in a bar, I was on stage doing karaoke. I performed Johnny Cash, A Boy Named Sue, in front of 400 people. It went quiet. I thought I'd bombed. Everyone cheered. I met this guy. Turns out he was an Arsenal fan, diehard Red Sox fan. We'd been texting back and forth for 10 years. And here's the punchline. I don't know his name. And he doesn't know my name. So we're looking forward to syncing up again in Boston during a ball game. Then we've got a night in New York where I'm hoping to go to Coney Island just because, again, it's a bucket list item. Hit up a few Irish bars and then fly back to Manchester where I'll collapse in a heap, but then I'll get myself back up again and I'll produce another travel vlog. Like I say, there's a link in the description down below for a travel log that we did ground hopping in Germany at the UEFA Nations League finals. Here's the fixtures. Like I say, here's the schedule. You're going to watch some predictions, aren't you? So let's quickly rattle through some predictions. First game then, Bayern Munich versus Auckland FC. Auckland FC, by the way, are second currently in the National Championship in New Zealand. They are a point behind Birkenhead. That's a terrible Scouse accent. Anyway, yeah, Auckland are a point behind Birkenhead in their National Championship, so they're second from top. We feel, don't we, Gonzo, that Bayern Munich are just going to be too powerful. Whether Musiala plays or not, whether Harry Kane plays after that fucking woeful England performance. I mean, all credit to Senegal, by the way. They came, game plan, they had pace, they were organised, they were clinical in front of goal. Anyway, Harry Kane did play. He was a bit poor. He was a bit lacklustre against Andorra on the weekend. But that said, you know, I did make a case to a friend of mine. That the modern day footballer, there's a lot of travel, there's a lot of games, not a lot of downtime. Physically, it looks to be taking its toll, certainly on the England players. But then again, Senegal, those players play at the elite level all around Europe. So what's going wrong with Thomas Tuchel? Question mark. See that comment section down below. If you happen to be from England, if you're an England fan, if you watched that England game, if you watched that England game on the weekend against Andorra with Jordan Henderson sitting as a regista, well, there's an anchor in front of that back four. Not a criticism, not a slight on Thomas Tuchel, really, or Jordan Henderson. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on England's performances last night. back to this game. Yeah, we just think Bayern Munich are just going to walk it. Sorry to any of you Kiwis, and you'll be travelling a long fucking way, longer way than what we will from the UK. Anyway, we feel it's going to be a Bayern Munich romp, 4-0. That's a Group A game. And then in Group F, we're off to watch Fluminense. That's how we believe you pronounce it. Fluminense against Dortmund. Fluminense, by the way, in the Brazilian league. And I, again, full disclaimer, don't really claim to know it intimately, but having checked on a couple of sites, Fluminense are currently 5th in the Brazilian Liga Championship. I know it's a season that's an endurance rally, right? It just seems to go on forever and ever, ever and ever and ever. Lots of cup competitions. Anyway, they're currently 5th. Top, by the way, are Flamengo, who are also involved in the Club World Cup. What group are Flamengo in? They are in Group D, along with Esperança do Tunisia, Chelsea and LAFC. We're not going to them games, sadly. Anyway, yeah, Fluminense, Dortmund. Dortmund, of course, finished 4th and qualified for the Champions League. That was in the Bundesliga. We feel, yeah, there'll be goals in it. 4 goals. The honours will be shared 2-2. Sets up Group F in a nice and steady fashion. Inter Miami versus Porto. Oh my God, is this a dream come true? We hope that Lionel Messi plays, and I say that because according to my calculations, he will have played something like 3 games in 8 days or 4 games in 12 days, something ridiculous, because of course he's got to go and qualify for the World Cup next year, also in Jamaica. That's with his native Argentina. I believe it's the CONCACAF groups system that he has to play in. Anyway, we hope he turns up for Inter Miami. That's an Inter Miami team, by the way, that are 3rd in the MLS. That's in their Eastern Conference, because again, and I'm not mansplaining or patronising to anybody out there, but again, just so we're all clear, MLS works very similar to a lot of other American sports where everything is done by sort of regions. So yeah, they have an Eastern Conference. Miami, they're currently 3rd. We're hoping to God to see the likes of Lionel Messi. As for their opponents, Porto, well, they finished 3rd in the Liga de Portugal. They were an astonishing 11 points behind eventual winners Sporting. I bet Ruben Amorim's kicking himself. And actually, when I look back at how they did in the Taco de Portugal, one of my favourite cup tournaments just because of the name, in the Taco de Portugal, not finalists, not semi-finalists, not quarter-finalists, got knocked out in round 4 by a team that finished 10th. And I'll try and wrap my laughing gear around this one. I believe they're called Moriense. Again, if there's anybody out there who is Portuguese or who follows the Liga de Portugal, anyone that can just speak, anyone that can read and speak, you've got those 2 basic skills, let me know in that comment section down below. It's got your name written all over it. Let me know phonetically how I'm supposed to pronounce that. I'm pretty sure it's Moriense. Anyway, they finished 10th in the Liga de Portugal. They knocked out Porto in round 4 of the Cup. Back to the Club World Cup Group A game. Yeah, I can see Inter Miami beating Porto. I can see Messi turning up. They do have some other stars that we're looking forward to. Busquets and the old... what's his name again? Sanchez? Luis Is it? Yeah, the biter. Anyway, we're looking forward to that one. 2-1, that's our prediction. Inter Miami against Porto. And for the second group game of Bayern Munich in the Club World Cup, yes, like I say, we are following Bayern Munich around Jamaica in their group qualifying games. When we go to watch Bayern Munich versus Boca Juniors. Boca, by the way, and I don't claim to be an expert on football in South America. I know it's complicated in Brazil. Similarly, it feels like it is in Argentina. From what I understand, though, in Argentina, in the Clausura Zona A, Boca Juniors are currently 6th. That's right, they are 6th in that Zone A. Feels like they're in a good spot. Yeah, like I say, I don't claim to understand it. In the Cup, though, they did get knocked out by Independiente. Although, again, I believe there are many Cup tournaments in Argentina as there are in Brazil. Anyway, Boca Juniors is a bucket list item. That famous yellow and blue. Can't wait to see that. We think that Bayern Munich could be too powerful again. They'll be clicking into gear. Again, German teams... Well, my theory is it's cancelled out by the recent UEFA Nations League, where they lost 2 games in 4 days. But anyway, my point is that Germany at tournaments and the club teams usually start slow. They'll get into a gear. Anyway, do you know what? For a lot of these games, I couldn't care less what the end result's going to be. I'm just so frigging excited about being there. Anyway, for Danny, for Liam at the Bayern View, for all you Bayern fans, we think they're going to beat Boca 3-2. Of course, there's a comment section down below. You are welcome, because it's got your name written all over it. You're welcome to leave your predictions, your thoughts on my wild predictions. Are they on there? Are they off? Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, Bayern Munich to beat Boca Juniors 3-2. And to close out the group games for FC Bayern Munich, they go up against Benfica. Benfica in Liga Portugal finished second, just a narrow 2 points behind eventual Liga Portugal winners Sporting Club de Portugal, Ruben Amorim's former team. Yet Benfica finished second. They did pretty well in the Taco de Portugal. Got to the final, got beat by Sporting. So Sporting, congratulations to them. Sporting complete a domestic double over in Portugal. We feel that this will be 2-2. I mean, Benfica have got quite an awesome team. Yeah, this will be a tasty one. Again, bucket list, because we did see Braga in a Europa League qualifying game. That was last August when we went to watch. Believe me, that is a Rapid Vienna shirt. And there were 46 Braga fans. I counted them just to my right. I probably put a photo on the screen of that. Yeah, 46 Braga fans in this huge stadium. They did quite well, from my memory serves, in the Europa League. Anyway, yeah, looking forward to this game. That, by my calculations, will put Bayern Munich at the top of the group, and then it will go through to the knockout bracket. If they do make it even further, and the gods are on our side, then maybe, just maybe, we'll extend our trip and go and follow Bayern Munich as far as they go. But as far as we're concerned, that's the group games all covered, and we'll have done phenomenal just to follow them around the country. Anyway, 2-2 with Benfica. And the final game that we'll be going to in Philadelphia to wrap up our odyssey of the Club World Cup in Jamaica is FC Salzburg taking on Real Madrid. We feel that Real Madrid, with all their Galacticos, all their stars, Trent Alexander-Arnold's just joined. Will he be joined by Angelo Stiller? Or you Stuttgart fans, the Stuttgart fans that we met whilst on our groundhopping trip of Germany? We'll probably be hoping that he doesn't go out there. Nick Voldemata, though, side note, fucking hell. What a player. He got 60 minutes against Portugal in the semi-final. And then he did get some minutes in the third, fourth playoff game. Sadly, we didn't make it to that one. But anyway, what a player. What a bunch of fans, by the way. The Neckar Stadium. We got free travel as part of the ticket. Yes, for 24 hours, all those travelling fans to Stuttgart got free travel in and around the city. And we also got to stand next to the UEFA Nations League trophy. Again, complete video on that down in the video description box down below, of our groundhopping mad journey following different national teams in the UEFA Nations League final in Germany. As for this game then, Salzburg in the Bundesliga, that's the Austrian Bundesliga, they ended up coming second, 2 points behind Sturm Graz. Again, they do this in a lot of other countries around Europe, but they split the table in the end into a championship and a relegation group like they do in Scotland, France, the Netherlands, and it looks like they do the same in Brazil and Argentina. Probably other countries. Again, there's a comment section box down below that you're welcome to let us know which domestic country that of yours also features a championship and a relegation group. Anyway, Salzburg finished second, 2 points behind Sturm Graz, and in the cup, nowhere near it. It was actually won by Wolfsberger. Yeah, Wolfsberger. Again, no relation of Wolfsburg in the other Bundesliga. And as for Real Madrid, it was a season of disappointment, which ultimately the Don, Carlo Ancelotti, fell on his sword. Honourable discharge. Real Madrid came second in La Liga, second to Barcelona, their nemesis by 4 points in the end. And not only that, in the Copa del Rey, they got beat in the final by the arch-enemy Barcelona 3-2. We just feel they're going to have too much ammunition, too much gas in the tank. That's an Americanism there, since we're going just to beat Salzburg. Anyway, so yeah, our prediction is Salzburg 1, Real Madrid, the Galacticos of La Liga to win 3-1. So we've let you know our schedule, how we bought the tickets, we've previewed the games, well, the ones that we're going to. We've shared our wild predictions. If you've got this far in the video, thank you so much. Gonzo and I are extremely grateful. All I would ask is that you go one step further and use your double pivot. Use that digit, smash the like, use that one, hit the subscribe, and then use this orifice, which we'll be doing while we're out in Jamaica, travelling around, where we'll be chanting, shouting, praising, hopefully not causing too much chaos. Please use that. Spread the word. Spread the word with your classmates, your workmates, your family, your familiar, while you're out and about and in with a shout. Let people know about the channel and bring them on over. We are on the race to 100 subscribers. While we were ground hopping in Germany, we've got closer. I believe we're on 89, 90, so we're making progress. We would love nothing more than to hit that 100 mark whilst we touch down in Cincinnati in Ohio. Again, never been to that city, never been to that state, but if you could help us, yeah, we ask of you if you could help us to like, subscribe, spread the word. That would be absolutely wonderful. And don't forget, there will be daily content while we're out there. Yes, you can expect from us daily content covering the Club World Cup. It won't be serial length videos or long form videos. It's going to be short. So just wanted to set that expectation now. We're trying to travel as light as we can. We're trying to be agile, nimble, in, out and about, do what we can, but also make an impression and provide as much content as possible. And the way to do that, we believe, is YouTube Shorts. So again, make sure you are subscribed to the channel because you'll see those shorts. And also, go and follow us on TikTok. Again, I'll put it up on the screen. Yeah, you can find us on TikTok because between TikTok, that will redirect to the main YouTube channel anyway. And again, we'll be providing as much content through YouTube Shorts. Whew. Right. I'm excited. Hopefully you can feel that too. Gonzo, he's got to stay here and hold the fort. We're going to go unpack because, yeah. Oh, just so excited. Club World Cup, man. It's a bucket list of teams, cities, venues. Oh, I just cannot wait. Cannot wait. Anyway, thank you again if you've got this far in the video. Like, subscribe, spread the word. We're going to go and pack now. Ciao, 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 ciao.